This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. We're back again. We're always back.
We're back from last week.
Back from last week. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Toy Fair is in the books. Gotta say, it was quite a weekend. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Lots of viewers, lots of new subscribers. Over 500 new subscribers to the Toy Anxiety channel in the last 3 days.
Yeah.
We made it a point to get out there and get as much coverage as possible. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Whether you're a longtime Toy Anxiety YHS person or brand new, we appreciate you being here. And thank you to all the people we met at Toy Fair, new and old, people who work at toy companies or people who are toy tubers or cover the toy industry. Met a lot of great people. Finally met Dan Larson in person. Guess what? He totally lives up to the hype.
He does, yeah.
He's got like a presence. Like you see him from across the way and you're like,
Yeah.
there he is.
Dressed
Dan
just
Larson.
as nicely. He's dressed just the way you expect him to be dressed. It was good.
Well, especially at Toy Fair, right? Like where it's
Yeah.
a business convention.
I hated it. I wore pants 2 days in a row, Ryan. And the first day, I was like, I was purposefully paying attention to see if I could see anybody wearing shorts. Nobody. Not
Nobody.
one person in shorts. And I was like, hey, you know what? We're not fucking corporate people. We don't have to dress like them. Why are we dressed? They're all corporate, part of big, they're buying and selling and trading and making deals and shark tanking. That ain't us. Why do we have to dress like that? They keep it too hot in the Javits Center. That's all I'm saying.
It was really hot. It was really cold outside, and they made it too hot inside.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's our official feedback to the Javits Center. So
Turn the AC on,
I
guys.
literally spent an hour looking for the thermostat.
Jacob's like, where's thermostat? They're like, is that a toy company? Are they on the floor map?
Oh gosh, can we make one called Thermostat?
Thermostat toys?
Yeah, only Dad can touch it.
Only Dad can touch it toys. I like it. Abby is off tonight. A couple people were asking. We did not leave her in New York. She did make it back, but she's off this evening. She'll
She
be back
chose
next.
to stay.
She chose to stay. My heart belongs to the Big Apple. And shout out to the family who had their kid's birthday party in the lobby of the Holiday Inn Express, Jersey City. Like, that's a memory that will last a
They were all-
lifetime.
They were all eating Subway, and they had all the tables lined. It was cute.
It was cute.
That's awesome. Is there a water slide or a pool at that Holiday Inn?
No.
Oh,
There's barely a reception area.
okay.
But we had a great time. We're going to get into Toy Fair tonight. We'll have a normal episode. We'll do some pickups, and then we'll get into all the news. And let's go ahead and acknowledge a couple things before I introduce my co-host. Johnny Cock gifting 5 Toy Anxiety memberships. Thank you so much, sir. How cool is that?
Ooh.
I hope good luck to everybody. And then thank you, Matt Bush, with the super chat. Yeah, congrats to us. Thank you so much. The Toy Anxiety channel has surpassed 10,000 subs. A milestone for us. So very, very cool.
Well, let's start complaining. That's the rule.
Let's start. Hey, and then there was multiple like weird, kind of spammy looking aggregate websites that popped up today. One of them voted Toy Anxiety the #1 toy podcast in the world.
And another one put what YHS
It was
Prime
like 7,
and Toy
I think.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
And Toy Anxiety
Was it
in the
7?
top
Out of
15.
Out of
It was like-
100.
Out of 100, it was 7 for Toy Anxiety because we were 6 right after Major Pod.
Right.
And then like Toy Anxiety was like what, like 12 or 13?
It was great.
And then and then Toy Geeks with Dan Larson and Jay were like down in like the 70 something. And it's like, yeah, that's right. Get humbled, boys. Get humbled.
Well, I think part of the reason is because from the start, I made sure to put Toy Anxiety on the actual podcast feed, not just on YouTube. So we have a lot of audio listeners too. Ryan, how are you? How's your week?
Doing good. Doing good. Went to a vintage toy show on the
Nice.
weekend.
Nice.
It was great. It was small, but it had a lot.
It's
I
great.
probably could have spent way more money there. Kind of wish I did, but I also didn't really have the extra money to just be like rooting and tooting. Look at me, I'm pooping money.
Hey, we were just talking about it. I like that. Lago Fig
Pooping?
says, great seeing you guys again. Still waiting on the maximum Spidey with a $50 bill size comparison video. Yeah, we were gonna do that. Hey, that figure's we saw it in person. It really is great. It's a great
Yeah.
figure. So
The articulation's amazing.
it's crazy. Shout out to Ryan Ting and Dan Yun. They were out
Yeah.
there working hard as normal. Those guys put a lot of effort into what they do with Marvel Legends. It's awesome. And shout out to Emily too, at Hasbro. She's always the best. And she made it very welcoming for us. It's Toy Fair is overwhelming. And Ryan, I know we're gonna get you there next year or whatever. Like, it's fun, but there's just so much to see. Every booth is like, what? Like, you're like, whoa. And then the next booth, you're like, oh my God. And then it's like some company you've never heard of. And you're like, they're doing Sesame Street too. These are amazing. Like, it's wild, but it's fun. Anyways, Jacob, how are you? See, I go up, but then I come down.
I'm fine. Busy week. A lot of traveling, a lot of driving yesterday, and then I had to wake up and do more driving today. But we're home, and it's like always right after a convention. It was a really good convention. I really like Toy Fair. It's like one of the funnest cons to go to, especially because like there's nobody else there. It's like
It's not.
just
It's
you.
it's like 5% of the people that are at Comic-Con, maybe less than
Right.
5%.
But I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I don't want to do that. But it's
Also,
life, I guess.
Another thing is like you can't really buy anything at Toy Fair, so like you kind of leave with, you spend
The
20 bucks on
memories
lunch,
that we-
that's it.
But I like, but that it's great. It's good. It's good to go to a convention where you don't have to spend any money. It's fun.
It's awesome. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's say hi to the chat as people continue to file in here, and we'll get this show on the road. Dora Laxon, Patrick Gerard, Flash, Davey Sockrocker, Jason. Where'd he go? Jason Grahoski. There he is. David Cabal, Lago Figs, Chinovo, Chris Hernandez, Elko 84, Wholesome Warlock, Make Mine Marvel Legends, Country Boy Niner, Garten Noir, Toys, Literally Action Figures. Who else is here? Action Pack Video, Rob Clark, Quip. There he is, Quip, sporting that.
What a quote.
That shiny new paint there.
Yeah, that GDL font. He ripped off his shirt and he's gone full geeked out life. Is he the permanent co-host? We're gonna have Quip on in a couple weeks. We're gonna find out. We'll find out when yes, Quip to be on. He's like, no, I'm sick of streaming. He'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
He'll know. McFly Toys is here. Rob Clark, the Toy Boys podcast. I too hate pants.
Thank you.
Rodney Winch, Johnny Cock, and so on and so on. Thank you guys all for being here. AJ Quick, appreciate it. Plug in the Patreon there. Another super chat from
Thank
Mr.
you,
McFly
AJ.
Toys. Your coverage of Toy Fair was awesome. Thank you. Seeing it all hit me right in the member berries. I'm thinking about I'm going to have to find my way back there next year, legitimately or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's storm
Thanks,
the
dude.
capital of toys.
We saw the Capitol.
Yeah, we did. We drove by.
it.
We did
We
think
only-
about stopping and going in.
Yeah.
Take a podium with you.
Let's go grab something. Let's go
Storm
get a chair
Nancy
or
Pelosi,
something.
Nancy Pelosi's office, but just to show her the new Sesame Street figures from NECA.
Yeah.
Do you like these? These are cool.
Did you see the count?
So, or as I don't want to steal her quote, but as Abby said, NECA was serving count this weekend. So that's her
Oh.
quote. That should be a t-shirt. Let's just face it. Let's get into pickups because there's going to be a lot. I want to recap a lot of what we saw this weekend and get into it. And I know we all have a couple pickups. Ryan, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So I guess one thing that just kind of showed up from Hasbro, Farm Boy Luke.
Wait,
Farm
did you
Boy
show
Luke.
that off last week?
Right. Because I got a companion piece to go with it.
Original Farm Boy Luke.
Dude,
Not
they
original.
are
The more
same
accurate
thing.
Farm Boy Luke.
Yeah, this one's like legit. This
his
one could
pants.
probably use a hot dog or two.
No, dude, the power of the Force. Luke looks like Luke who loves Joe Rogan.
Yeah. This Luke
He's
uses
so
magic
low.
mind. That's how he uses the Force. He has magic mind first thing in the morning. Obi-Wan's like, I never told you what happened to your father. He took magic mind. I grabbed a couple other Power of the Force 2 figures as well because I just got, I don't know, man.
Hey, first of all, wait.
Yeah.
Real quick, that was a best ad. Like, that was a better ad read for Magic Mind than we ever did when we actually had to
That's
do
true.
ad reads
That's
for
true.
Magic Mind.
That is true. It came in naturally, just part of the
Yeah.
conversation.
It was positive.
Yeah. I gotta get back. Uncle Owen wants me to take my magic mind.
Oh, but I want to go to Tashi Station to pick up some Magic Mind.
Well, that's a supplement I haven't drank in a long time.
You know, your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough. Magic Mind.
He's got too
Aren't
much
you a
of
little
this.
short to be drinking Magic Mind?
Hey, it's like that. What did you guys see that video going around a couple weeks ago where it was like in another country where they put the ads in, so it's that scene, but when he goes to pick up the lightsaber, it's like a beer.
Yeah.
Did you guys? It's like that, but
What is,
Magic.
oh,
Mind.
fuck. What is that beer called? Someone will know in the chat. I know
don't
they will.
remember.
Ah, I
Use
love
the
it.
Magic Mind, Luke.
Yes,
Trust
yes.
me, it'll get good. Drink the Magic Mind, you big furry oaf. I don't care what you smell.
Young Sky,
man.
hold on. Young Skywalker, always looking to the magic mind.
Oh, Cerveza Cristal.
There you go.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Cerveza
Hey.
Cristal.
love
Do you
this.
who loves Cerveza Cristal?
Who?
3PO. I still think this is one of the best 3PO figures ever made.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I wish the Power of the Force 3PO was also buff.
Yeah, me too. I wish he was
Like
ripped.
somebody,
jacked.
please somebody repaint the Luke figure to be a C3PO. I want him to
Goldenrod.
look just like the Luke.
That's so good. Come on, these figures are great. No
They're
layout on the back. Remember that? And then the next thing you know, we're all finding Princess Leia's and we're like, what the hell? And this one I wanted to get to go with my Shadows of the Empire figures, the Power of the Force, Han Solo,
Mhm.
Carbonite. Look at that blister. So big. You can fit a whole bottle of Magic Mind in there. It's so good. But yeah, because it's there with the Power of the Force figures, or not Power of the Force, Shadows of the Empire. And I was like, well,
Those are
since I'm
great.
getting those and I'm trying to get that first wave of Power of the Force on card, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab these because again, they're inexpensive. So I was like, what the hell? I also grabbed this for $2. It is a Lucy complete Toy Biz Marvel
Hey.
Superheroes Iron Man.
Wow.
Very,
Very,
cool.
very cool. And I picked up a Battle Beast. And this is one of my like holy grail battle beasts because it's one I've been trying to find since I was a kid. Someone in elementary school had it, and I've always been on the look for it. Could never find it, and it was finally there. And so I grabbed it. It is a penguin.
Oh, very cool.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Right? He's super
You gonna
cool.
put that? You gonna put that with your Batman toys?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But it's a great. He's sweet. So I've only got like a handful of battle beasts I'm still nostalgic and looking for, but I mean, this is cool. And those my friends and audience, that is my pickups for the week.
Those were my pickups. Oh, that was great. Hey, Detroit Dave, thank you. Gifted 10 Toy Anxiety memberships. Look at
Oh,
that.
wow.
Very nice.
Holy crap!
Thank
Thanks,
you,
dude.
Detroit Dave. We appreciate that. Thank you for the congratulations.
Yeah.
I guess I can go real quick. Hi, everybody. Let's see here. So on the way to Toy Fair, we stopped at a toy store in New Jersey called the House of Fun. Now we've been there before. I don't remember
Amazing
what town.
store.
It's a great store. It's in Burlington. It's
Yeah.
like a half hour
I think
outside.
I think it's
Philadelphia.
Barrington.
It's outside of Philadelphia. Great store, tons of stuff, lots of vintage, lots of modern. Really, really a great place. If you recall, a couple years ago, Jacob picked up his Cloverfield monster at this store, so they got good stuff.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have a lot of time. We were there for probably like 45 minutes and perused. They had a lot of good stuff, but I'm into the more premium collectibles these days. Okay. You can't really bother me. No, I'm just kidding. I love all toys, but right, Jake, you went in there like 30 seconds before me and you saw these and immediately pointed them out. And I was like, okay, I'll probably end up buying these. And I did. So I have purchased, first of all, vintage grape Slimer toothpaste. Not technically.
Is
a
it
toy.
toothpaste or toothpaste tube candy? Or is it actual toothpaste?
Fluoride gel toothpaste. Yeah, it's actual
Okay.
toothpaste.
Oh, okay.
I think they made the just candy as well, but yeah, this is sealed. Hey, this
I
is
love
not
the art.
Yeah, it's really cool, and this isn't just calling out House of Fun because a lot of toy stores do this. Quit putting hard to remove price tags on vintage expensive stuff. Just stop doing
Dude,
it.
I
in
said
general.
that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
You know what?
well,
While we're putting stores on blast, Toy Traders does the same damn thing.
it's
And
just insane. It's like this stuff's not cheap. Like it wasn't hundreds of dollars, but it was expensive, and now there's like weird sticky residue on the back.
Well,
It's just
you got to
weird.
heat. Did you heat it up first?
Well, I always heat up my toothpaste.
Well, yeah, but
So-
if you hit it with a blow dryer
Yeah,
for
it'd be
like
good.
10 seconds, it comes right off.
pulls it off.
Craig's like,
Um,
you can see the gears working in Craig's face. Like
Blow dryer.
he's
Where do
embarrassed he
you-
didn't know that.
Where do
Yeah.
you even get one of those things? And then I also, because I picked up that, I had to get the watermelon as well.
Oh shit. That's cool. For some
now
reason,
this one is
I know you
sealed.
said photos, but I thought you only got one for whatever reason. Oh, dude, don't smell it.
Now my question to the chat, you guys let us know, interact in the chat or leave a comment. Given the choice of grape or watermelon, which toothpaste are you going for? This is the choice that we must make. Okay.
Jacob, what are you going with?
Oh man, I'm probably I'm gonna go with the strawberry. Watermelon. There's not strawberry, right?
It's not a strawberry,
Watermelon.
it's just watermelon or grape.
Watermelon.
I would-
I'm probably gonna do watermelon.
I would probably go with grape just because I like the color scheme on the tube.
Man, I like both. I'd mix them both up. Actually, my real answer is
Ooh.
I don't like any flavors that are not like mint for toothpaste. Just
Yeah,
being
I don't want my toothpaste to taste like anything.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was really cool. Abby also picked up some cool stuff there. She'll show it off next week. And then ran into our good buddy Dan Larson at the toy fair, and he gifted us these Mighty Maniacs figures. Now, these are like,
Take it
I don't
out.
know. Yeah, I'm
Here.
going to open it right now.
Mine's out.
Jacob has it.
Mine's out.
These were a Kickstarter that he was involved with and supported heavily. I think this was the Kickstarter exclusive, translucent like lizard dinosaur with some interchangeable parts. Very,
Yep.
very cool. Very kind of
Snakehead.
Dan. So thank you very much. It was great hanging out with him and saw Dan and we saw Pixel Dan and we saw
All the Dans.
Toy
Dan Young.
Shiz, Dan Young. Saw a lot of people.
Is Toy Shiz's name Dan?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah, it was great. We ran into a lot of great folks.
Blake,
Had-
we got to
had
hang
good
out
fun.
with Blake for a little bit.
Talked to Blake and his wife.
Mhm.
Talked about
Nice.
birds and toys and
Yeah.
hey, there was a buzz at Toy Fair about the. I know we really haven't had the chance to talk about the Mattel DC stuff here. We'll get to it in the coming weeks. But Ryan, I know you covered it extensively with Alex on your channel. But yeah,
Gotham City tonight, Wednesdays.
yeah, it was great. And no, I did not see Veebs, but I did talk to Robo a little bit. So everybody was out there having a good time. Okay, and then one more thing. We went to the Trick or Treat Studios booth. They're really making a lot of noise in the action figure world. There was a Jacob. Would you say there was a buzz about Trick or Treat?
Yeah, I'd say so. They I mean, it was like that last year as well, but this year even more so. They had a lot of figures. They got a really good style happening. Their articulation, they're doing all sorts of scales. I think their
Right.
stuff looks great.
So they were giving out these little press goodie bags, and we each got one. So I just have both of ours here. So these are the Killer Clowns figures. So this is Fatso and Shorty, and I'm gonna have to get the third one. These are really great, and
Yeah.
it's weird because it's like I've seen these and I've always been like, I probably should buy those, and I didn't. And then I went to Toy Fair and now I have them. Shout out to Trick or Treat. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about them here in a little bit. So very, very cool. But that's it. That's all I got for pickups, except for the like 12 pizzas we ate.
Well, you're in New York. That's all I would eat.
Yeah.
You know what? I had pizza a lot this week and none of it was really great. But that's a whole other story. So
I feel like we
I'm
had
sorry.
pizza once.
well, I had.
I feel like we had pizza once, but they
kept bringing.
But they gave us like 8 pizzas though because
Yeah, it was
they
weird.
messed up and brought us double in order.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I had a Uber Eats voucher from work that had to be used by the end of today, and we had already eaten dinner, so I just had 2 slices of cheesecake delivered to the house. Just putting that out
From
to
where?
the world.
Where'd you get just 2 slices of cheesecake?
There's a factory here. That
Oh,
makes it.
okay.
I'm just kidding. No. It's we got it from Cafe Intermezzo, which is a specialty dessert bar in Atlanta. So,
Cool.
anyways, Jacob, do you have some pickups besides my cheesecake?
I just have one thing that I forgot to show off on our last episode. I had a really big last Toy Anxiety. I had a lot of stuff to show off, a lot of big pickups for me, but I forgot to show off maybe my favorite thing of that round of pickups. But I'll show that off. I got it here. I think I'm gonna have to back up for it because it's pretty
Back
big.
up.
Back up. I got this. Can we see that?
I can see it.
I can see it.
I got this. It's Ultraman Kids train set. So it's this vintage Ultraman thing. It's very like preschool, play school style. It's got like the little Ultraman and Balton in there, and
I love that.
it takes batteries and you can get the train going. I'm picturing like Christmas time, having a little Christmas tree with the Ultraman train set going around like a little Christmas tree or something. I just think this is cool, man. I like collecting the like kids kaiju stuff, and never had seen this before. And me and Jakey were just kind of like looking around, and we found it. So I needed it. It's still in the box. I love it.
I like the little chibi Ultramans on the package. They are.
Yeah, this is Ultraman, and then there's like a girl Ultra woman, I guess, and there's a Pigmon, and it comes with Ultraman and Balton. But I wonder if there's other, like, you can buy other little sets of like in scale, Ultraman dudes. But yeah,
We're gonna find them in
it's
April.
cool. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm going to be doing. Just looking for Ultraman kid stuff.
Hey,
That's it.
Can we make a train set of us?
We could do anything we want.
Anything we put our mind to.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
is.
Anxiety train set.
Toy anxiety train set.
We
Get
could
in
have
the
stickers
train.
on the things where it's like new pickups.
No, yeah. Is Jacob using a privacy filter? No.
It's just the way.
It was just the
the-
focus. Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
no, I
like
mean whenever this camera has, you can just use your. Wait, let's see. There, it's gone. I think it looks better with it. Doesn't it look better with it?
No, it does look really good with it, but it was just when you were holding up the toy.
Oh, was it blurry the whole time?
Not the whole time, but when you kind of backed up, it was. It's all good.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
big deal.
Sorry.
All right, guys. So tons of stuff at Toy Fair. We're not going to be able to get to everything. Both of Ryan and Jacob, if there's anything specifically that you wanted to highlight, that I got a bunch of stuff up.
Let's
but
just
if
see what you got. We'll go
Alright,
as we go.
Well, Ryan, let me ask you, watching from afar, what was what's something that stood out to you that you were really excited about?
Let's go back a couple years.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time we had Trevor on the show?
Yeah.
When Trevor was on the show, one of the questions I asked, this is my first time really talking to Trevor, so I was getting kind of excited and just wanted to know how much information we could get if they were allowed to do like Archie Turtles.
Right.
We got Archie Turtles.
Right.
Another one of those questions was, have you guys ever thought about doing Henson style versions of the characters that never made it in the movie?
Right.
And holy shit, they did it. So I'm not saying it was my idea. I'm not saying that I pushed this to happen, but I am saying I had a parallel idea, and it was just very exciting to see it done. I know Jay on Geek Dad Life and Quip complained. They hated them. They said they were stupid. They said they don't look Henson enough. They went on and on and on. And it was really disheartening and sad. But you know what? I loved it. I love these so much. And it made me like really happy to see them. And I don't have any of the movie Turtles. But because I feel like I kind of asked for this, I need to have these for my collection to put with my Toka and Razar.
There it is. So yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, NECA revealed their first iterations of like movie style characters that were not in the Ninja Turtles movie. So this is like, imagine what Bebop and Rocksteady would have looked like if they were in the 1990 Turtles or Secret of the Ooze movie. Jacob, I'll start with you. By the way, shout out to we have a lot of footage of this stuff, but I'm on Toy Arc because they make it really easy to navigate everything. What do you think? We saw these in person.
Yeah, I think they look great. Actually, I think people's like aversion to them, I do see a lot of complaining about them, but I just think that is gonna happen anytime you see like a new version of characters that have been around your entire life. So like anytime you see something kind of break away from the like normal look of them, it's just kind of written in your DNA to be like, no, that's weird. So I think these look pretty cool. Like they're not like the top of my Turtles need list. But I think they look fun, and we all wish that they were in the the live action films. And I think these look very much like Henson. Like if you look at, I mean, especially the mouth on Rocksteady, like they just look, to me that looks like a Henson live action puppet. So I don't really know.
Especially if we're talking like 90s style, right? Like to me, it's right up there. I'm going to call out Brian Brink, master of the charts, for some BS here. He said Henson wouldn't do poor Bebop like that. This would be a Michael Bay monstrosity. Hey, guess what?
Hey, we
Bebop
saw
showed
the
up in Michael Bay.
Yeah, I was about
So-
to say.
You're wrong.
Played
All right.
by Seamus. The rest.
I don't know. It's just, hey, also, like, the fact that they're what if figures means
Yeah.
nobody has any basis to complain. Like, everybody who's complaining, it's
Yep.
just like, hey, this is just a fun little what if. They're not based
Right.
on any
No,
real art
this
or any-
shit
so just
is
shut
serious.
up. Just don't. There's a lot of turtle stuff. Like, just don't buy it if you don't like it. I
Yeah.
don't know. It doesn't have to be like a controversial thing.
No, everything's controversial. Davey says with the super chat, thank you. I love these. Rocksteady looks like the mean boss from Dinosaurs, which would make sense because both would have been done by Henson.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. He
Yep.
looks a lot like the dinosaurs.
Robert says Bebop looks like Peter Laird. Changed my
Wow. Okay. I kind of see it, but I don't like that. Ah! That's really funny. Hey, I want to just also point, like, I think too, why some people are getting kind of upset with these is that it's like the Gen Xers effect when the prequels came out. They had an idea in their head of what they were, and then when they didn't match up, they got mad. And I think this is the same thing. They had an idea in their head for 30 years of what these characters would look like in a live action movie as a live action costume. And because it didn't match with their head canon, they're losing their mind, which already has me like set up. I already know what next year's Jeffrey skit's going to be.
Ooh.
Wait till I make a Henson style worm. Let me tell you.
No, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like NECA Turtles collectors. What are they? They're babies.
Hey, I will hold on. I will agree with what Quip is saying here about how they don't quite match up with like how intimidating Toka and Razar were. That's a true statement. I don't know if they were like if they need to be as intimidating as Toka
I will
and
say
Razar,
this. Let
but-
me. I like these.
Mhm.
I'll probably get them. We've talked about like what if they were gonna ever do these.
Yeah.
These do not necessarily look like what I think my brain would have imagined, but also
That's what Ryan just said.
that's what Ryan just said.
You're doing
So-
what Ryan just
I'm
said.
just doing
Thank
what Ryan
you.
just said.
Thank you for reiterating in a different, in
a
Craig
different
terms.
way.
Explain to
In my
me in
terms.
Craig terms.
In Craig's terms, it's different than I wanted.
Yeah.
No, I think the Bebop. Maybe I don't know. I think they're really cool and they're fun and like again, they're what ifs. So that it's design the design.
Hang on,
is
sorry.
the
Because
design.
now Jacob brought up something else I think is actually really important when he's like, when he said, yeah, they're not as intimidating as Toka and Razar. I don't think these two are kind of numbskulls,
Yeah.
right? So it's like if you look at these as like I don't know, was there a size comparison? Did anyone put a turtle up next to them? Are they huge?
The turtles are to the sides of these,
Yeah,
but
I don't know
Okay.
if-
I don't
Are they-
know if they're
Are they bigger? Because if they're bigger and they're still kind of like these guys, I don't know. They're these big
Well, that's next to the
these
Kennedys.
big numbskull bikers, right? Like I think it's
right.
I don't know. It makes sense to me. If I was gonna say Bebop and Rocksteady, that's it. If you're gonna make, I don't know, Baxter Stockman. Oh God, I can't wait to see what NECA does with Baxter Stockman.
Hey,
But,
me either. Hey, also, this is completely off topic, but I'm gonna forget it. Saw AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys walking around Toy Fair. That was exciting for me.
Well, that's cool. Did you say hi?
No, he walked right by, but as I told Jake, he was one of my top 5 favorite Backstreet Boys. So
Oh, okay. I was like wondering if maybe you went to the NECA booth and he was like, "Tell me why Bebop and Rocksteady look this way. Tell me why."
you didn't make him like the way I thought.
Tell me why. Do
Oh
you
my-
really expect me to pay? That's not my way. That's what I'm hoping happened.
Mhm.
Speaking of what if, now that we're talking about turtles, let's just keep going. We've got the Mecha Metal cartoon series Token Razar. These are definitely not real. I mean, they're real, but this is not based on anything that actually happened in the series. I happen to think these are really fun.
Oh, these what ifs? That's not how I picture Token Razar as 1980s animated robots. I can't imagine that they'd have blue on their robot parts. When I think about these two characters as robots, this isn't it. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. These are awesome.
Love these. Yeah.
Yeah, these are
These
awesome.
are really cool. Yeah. I guess these will be a 2-pack out at Target and all the places that you can. It's kind of hard to keep up with NECA on what's going to be available where, what's going to be part of the holothon, etc. But I thought these were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah,
job.
I like them a lot.
Yeah, I like these.
And
two.
if you have
These
the
look
Robo
huge.
Bebop and Rocksteady, we got to get these guys all together.
And Metalhead,
And Metalhead.
Wow.
There
get
you
them
go.
all together. These are great. No, these really are. Like I don't know. There's something about them. I'm just like, these are cool.
These are cool. I guess let's keep going with turtles since that's what we're talking about because there was a ton of turtles, revealed. So I'll just kind of cycle through these, and by the way, we did do a full booth tour with all the stuff on video on the channel, so check it out.
Oh, hang on. This is a good question before we really get rolling. Ray Alonzo, any updates on the giant crane?
Yeah,
Here-
we literally
yeah. And here's your answer. No.
but it is still coming.
But
Okay.
yeah,
It's still coming.
that's all you get.
All right.
All
All right. Let's take a look. Take us through this, Craig.
right, so we got the last Ronin wave. Now, some of the stuff has already been revealed. Some of it's like the Grammy April is already in
Some of
stores.
it's out there, yeah.
Some of it's already out there, but lots of great stuff on display from the last Ronin, the Lost Years, case, and then they've got like the new Turtles and there's just all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's no shortage of Ninja Turtles figures. And
Yeah.
by the way, is this Ryan Dole in the winter?
That's me. That's me. Dolatello.
There's Donatello. Oh my god, that's good. Yeah, I mean, like it's almost like no stone left unturned when it comes to what NECA is doing with these figures. So and then these are the new turtles. So these are, and I will admit I don't know the 4 new turtles names. I'm not even going to pretend like I do, but
Oh,
these
dude,
are
I don't either. I stopped at the first Ronin. No, the last Ronin.
first Ronin.
I stopped at the first trade, and I haven't gone in because I was just like, I don't know if I want to continue this story. I liked it as a one-off.
Yeah,
But I might jump into this at some point because I do love these designs. I think they're fun.
Yeah, me too.
they're very cool, and like obviously there's a new generation of turtles, and maybe they're not quite as iconic as the original 4 since I literally don't know their names, but they're awesome figures, and specifically that Raphael with the oven mitts and the
I don't think his name's Raphael, but
exactly. Hey, exactly. But you get my drift. But it's the essence of.
Yeah. No, I
so
dig
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Odin, Uno, Moha, and Yi. That is their names. There it is. Thank you, NECA. for
Easy
having
to
me.
remember.
yeah.
Just like the other 4. I would have kept going with Renaissance painters, or actually just other painters. I would have been like the next 4 turtles: Bob Ross, Banksy.
Oh, dude, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross,
Uh,
Banksy. I can't name another 2. That's it. That's
There's
all
got to
there
be
is.
more. There's got to be more painters out there.
Yeah.
Michelangelo. No, they did that one. Okay. Anyways, Jason Edmondson.
All right, let's just look at the toys.
They could do a Rockwell, like Norman Rockwell.
Well, or everyone's asking for Sam Rockwell, but still no news on that front.
Still no
Not
news on
happening.
that one. Oh, that's
Okay, and then by the way, I love the paint apps on these last Ronin figures, like the matte gray with the red. These
Mhm.
are awesome. Look at
yeah. These are great. Yeah. Sorry, just silence.
No, they're just great. They're just
Yep.
we're just looking at them and they're fantastic. So yeah, tons of stuff as far
These
as
aren't those aren't the
minute
last Ronin ones, are they? Aren't those the ones where they joined the Foot Clan in IDW, or am I going crazy?
Hey, probably.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know.
probably right.
You're probably right.
So, someone will know. There's going to be a
Yeah.
real Turtles fan in the chat that'll correct me.
There's
But-
too much
many.
Ninja Turtles to keep up with. I don't know what they're doing or why.
Yeah, it could be just the black and white colors that are with the red that's throwing me off.
That's throwing me off. Okay, maybe. All right. Then
they're
we
great.
got another Turtles 4-pack.
This set's great too.
This is a Mirage Comics Disguised Turtle set. I love
These are very cool.
these ones. I thought these were
Yeah.
really cool.
These are great.
Are they robbing a bank as well? Is this like Turtles in disguise because they're like because they all have like they look there's a safe and a bag of money. I don't know quite what's going on here, but they're cool.
These
Well,
are great.
They need money to buy pizza.
That's
So they-
strange. So they rob. So they put on their best sweater and cabbie hat. and they
rob from the rich and give to the poor.
and buy themselves pizza.
We should rob from the pizza place and give to us.
Michelangelo looks like he's going to like ask if you want to buy a newspaper.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. He looks like the kid in Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of fantastic stuff here. Really great designs. I mean, if you're a Turtles collector, let's just say you're eating well as per usual.
Well, let's look at the best turtle reveals of the. Well, there's still 2 more sets that we need to talk about.
All right. So
There's
kind of
Ice Cream
skip through-
Kitty. That's
I
a
did
good
want to
one.
show off the Turtle April Archie,
Oh
Yep.
which is really
Wingnut
really
and Screw
cool.
Loose is great too.
Mhm.
Unbelievable. The designs and the colors on these are great. Ryan, we gave you a shout out when we were looking at Ace
I
Duck,
heard.
as per your contract.
As per my yeah, thank you. This Ace Duck's great.
Look at that. That literally looks like you on Gotham
Dude,
City.
yeah, that's what I look like when I wear a banana hammock around the house.
And people who are asking about release dates, I don't have great information on that, but it's all coming soon.
Sorry, they weren't there to talk business.
Okay, let's look at these 2012 Turtles because they revealed
The whole set.
a
and
bunch
then
more. So
Yeah. Okay, have you
now,
guys
Jacob, I
watched
know you're.
this? I know Jacob.
Jacob,
has. I'm
you're a big
actually
fan of
talking
this,
To
yeah.
Craig.
Yeah,
I've seen some
I've
of these
seen this. It's
episodes,
great.
but I
love this
I
show.
haven't done like a deep dive by any means.
Yeah. Sorry,
But these
Jacob.
are
Go
great
ahead.
figures.
No, I was just saying, yeah, I love the show. It's great. I remember not watching it right away because I didn't like the theme song at first. So I was like, I'm probably not going to watch this.
That's the most Jacob Walsh I've ever heard.
Well, they
This
like
show.
Well, they like released the opening credits, like you could watch the thing, like the opening. And I remember watching that and being like, not watching this dumb show. And then I watched it one day and I was like, it's the best Ninja Turtles has ever been. So, yeah, really love these. These are great.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna get Donnie and Mikey because Mikey has Ice Cream Kitty, which is a figure Playmates teased it forever ago,
Mhm.
but it made the chopping block. It never got released. And then
Yeah.
Donnie comes with Professor Cluckingsworth, which is also a very important character in the series. So
It's awesome. So I think what's cool about this is Turtles can be kind of an intimidating line to get in. So like if you're looking for an entry point and you like the 2012 Turtles, this would be a good starting point because you can get in on the ground floor.
Mhm.
yeah, these are
So
great.
lots of
And
Lots of great
they're very
designs in
fun
here.
designs too, I think.
And then this is the showstopper for Jacob, the Stan Sakai Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh,
never
dude, yes. Let's get into these. 'Cause
This-
I think Jacob and I have the same favorite turtle, and probably
Yeah.
for the same reason.
This was one of the best things I saw at the whole convention. I have been like, I've kind of slowed down my turtle collecting just because there's a lot and it's overwhelming. These are the best looking turtles I think I've ever seen. I love these. And Ryan, I think it's what you were going to say is the Michelangelo has like anime face. And
Yes,
it is that figure specifically it's beautiful. And I know, like last week, Ryan, you were talking about already pointing out toys that might be up for a Jeffrey next year. That Michelangelo might be up for a Jeffrey.
Oh,
next
that
year.
is
Like
it is figure of the year like potential for sure.
I love the look of these so much.
What I love about the anime eyes on this one, like the Michelangelo in particular, is that normally if a figure came with a head like this, I wouldn't use it. But this, for whatever reason, just you could look at this in black and white and you would know exactly who each turtle is.
Right. The only thing I wish is that all 4 turtles had like a smiling face. Not like the exact one that Mikey has, but it's like the other 3 guys
lighter
have
expressions.
mean faces. Yeah, I wish they all had like happy expressions to go with that Michelangelo.
And we asked, and Trevor confirmed this is not a 4-pack, so these are all going to be individual Ultimate figures. So, so if you just want to pick up 1 or 2, you can. But
just look how happy he is.
You should get them all. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Dude,
it's great.
That's
and
me.
this looks like a drawing. Like that's the other crazy thing. Too.
I love the deco's awesome.
Yeah,
like that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So really, really cool. And then
look at that A-Stuck packaging, so good.
Yojimbo there's been a bunch of Yojimbo figures, but it's just all great. Like you can spend all day talking about.
Well, I'm hoping
NECA
they
turtles.
do more characters from the Yojimbo comic now. I hope this is what this is opening up to. And I realize I can't sit there and be like, I'm an expert on that comic. I've only read a few of them because it's a very intimidating comic to try to dive into.
Well, I was gonna ask you: is it a Yojimbo comic that the turtles wind up in, or do the turtles have their own series in that style?
No, they show. They
show up in. Okay, it's just like a little.
This is true influence. TopherCon. I just left the stream for a second to go buy Belly Bump. Hey, me too. Hey, real quick before we move on, Flash had a good question I wanted to address. He says, can Craig and Jake give us a little behind the scenes talk about the McFarlane booth tour? Your thoughts while the representative was trying to see you on the product.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
My thoughts were this guy is new.
Listen, I don't think it's an easy job to give tours all day and try to sell everybody on all these figures. Thankful to McFarlane for giving us an appointment on the spot. Todd was in the booth literally next to Abby the whole time. She never even realized.
Yeah.
I was like, you were right by Todd McFarlane. She was like, he was in there, and I was like, you don't know.
Oh
you
my
don't know
God.
Would Jacob have the best quote? If you're really into Spawn, things are great for you. Still,
yeah. Well, I said that because like the Spawn toys they showed us, like I don't really care about Spawn, but I think the Spawn toys look really cool. And there were like I don't know what is, like I don't know what was already released or what he was showing us that might be reveals, but there's all these like Robo Spawns they showed us, and just like I was like, hey, these all Spawn looks cool. It's just not for me.
Right.
That's kind of what the whole tour was like for me. It was a lot of like, all right, I'll take a picture of these new DC figures to send Ryan, but it was a lot of like, this is not my thing. But right. I will say, and I told JK this, they did have the reveal that the Godzilla Superman set is like that's a confirmed thing, and their Godzilla is great. I think their Godzilla is maybe even better than the Playmates, who owns that, who's putting out the main line for that license. I was really, really impressed with the Godzilla, so much that I was put it on my list to pick up. And I don't usually buy, that kind of Godzilla stuff anymore. I quit buying that, but it's super detailed. It will be the only Superman figure I will ever own in my life.
Congratulations.
But yeah, that was those are all my nice thoughts about being in the McFarlane.
Do you think we'll get a Jokerized Godzilla before the year is up?
Probably.
I hope so.
So, I don't. McFarlane said in another interview that he is hoping to have some relationship with DC going forward. I don't suspect after next year we're going to see DC action figures from McFarlane. Having said that, there is some cool stuff. I like the Super Friends classic figures. I'm not a completist, but I have a ton of the classic and 66 figures. So,
Yeah.
now that we were not allowed to photograph the Mortal Kombat figures or the new Ninja Turtles IDW figure Page Punchers.
Todd
We
showed
did-
him off today.
Did he? Okay.
Did they?
Okay. The turtle stuff's a little rough. And
But they're
I think
prototypes, right?
they're just prototypes. Yeah, they're hand painted prototypes.
Okay.
The scale's kind of weird. They're like
It
a weird
doesn't-
scale.
But they
I'll
just
say
don't.
this-
I don't know. They look I don't know. They don't. They're not pleasing to the eye. The just like the shape. They just look weird. I wasn't a
The
big
loyal
fan.
subjects IDW turtles look a lot better. So
Loyal
Some
Subjects in general, I think, has just had a complete glow up.
hey, great. We'll talk. We had a great booth tour with loyal subjects. They were really cool.
Yeah.
McFarlane Mortal Kombat. Glad it's happening. They're gonna do all the characters. They're not
Hey,
as good
the
as
ninjas looked good.
they compared to the Street Fighter Jada figures, it's not quite there, but they're not for $20. Like if you want Mortal Kombat figures, like they'll be pretty cool. But listen, we've all been buying McFarlane. Like we know. Like I
Yes,
don't know.
we know.
We know.
We
so
all
let me-
own one. We all own one, or is about to in Jacob's case.
Yeah. Jacob bought the Godzilla. So yeah, it listen, they were kind. We had a 20-minute tour. It was one of our most successful videos of the weekend. We had like
Yeah.
25,000 views or something like that. But anyways. Real quick, there's one more Turtles thing. We actually got the exclusive reveal on this, so thank you to Trevor at NECA.
Oh yeah, this was great.
So this is the continuation of the, they've been doing the Universal Monsters Turtles, and now they're kind of expanding it with new types of classic monsters and sci-fi creatures. Jacob, what'd you think of these?
I think these are great, and I like these even more than the ones we already have. And I told them I was kind of surprised because I kind of thought the line was maybe done, but these are, two of these were designed by James Groman, and you can tell doing kind of getting away from Universal Monsters a little bit and just doing like Metaluna mutant / robot monster mashup with Krang is insane, like completely insane and weird.
But it worked.
And I love it. And
It looks like an art figure too.
It does. I mean, well, it's like you can tell it's James Groman. You can look
Right.
at it and be like, oh, yeah, I love it. It's a huge figure. The two-headed turtle is really great. And the two-headed turtle comes with like that classic Harryhausen Cyclops head, which is super cool. These are all, yeah, and even the Dracula, like they're great, man. Look at that Harryhausen Cyclops Michelangelo. Isn't that weird? Like
It's very weird.
like a classic Ray Harryhausen Cyclops, but make it Michelangelo.
Yeah,
Just
those
as
heads
God
are so
intended.
good. Yeah. The that shredder, that helmet, the shredder style helmet, not the bat one, but the shredder style helmet. That looks so good to me.
That's
Yeah.
pretty badass, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I like the idea that he's eating rats.
and I love the little turtle with the candle.
Yes.
on the top. Yeah, they're great. And then the shredder's coming in 3 different colors as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're gonna
so-
do like color variants of it, which is really
Yeah.
cool. I mean, my thing is this: like, NECA is one of the reasons I'm a modern, or one of the main reasons I'm a modern toy collector. I was happy to see such a great showing from NECA. It made me
Yeah.
really, really happy. So yeah, this stuff is great.
makes our Jeffrey Awards feel justified.
Dude, I was so happy to hear that they were so happy that they won a Jeffrey, because nobody's recognizing any of these companies. Like they do the Toddy Awards, like the actual toy awards, and it's like the toy of the year is the Lego Jaws set, which is fantastic, but like, is it toy of the year? I don't know.
Right.
Hey, that's
So
a
did the
good
Marvel
segue.
Legends be like, "Hey, thanks for the nicest package award"?
I didn't hear
Or am I
a
gonna-
dang thing from them.
Wow, wow! I'm gonna text Ryan tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, "Come on, man."
Come on, man. We know you're
Davey-
there working.
Davey,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just answering one of Davey's questions. I don't know if you can take off either one of the turtle heads, but at least one is replaceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes a segue.
Okay.
Anything else on turtles? We good? Speaking of Jaws, that's what I was going to say.
A lot of turtles.
No, let's speak
move
of
on.
Jaws.
Let's move past it.
NECA. You guys should see when we listen to like 3-hour podcasts in the car, and I can feel Jacob getting annoyed at how much they're just riffing and getting off topic. I can feel him wanting to just go into the podcast and go, start talking about the agreed upon topic.
But we're like the worst culprits for that.
No, we're not. Go listen to
Yeah.
Doughboys.
Listen to Doughboys.
This is the most stress-inducing podcast ever. but in a good way. They're very.
That was
funny.
that Chuck E. Cheese episode was really funny. And shout out
It
to
was a very good episode.
Griffin Newman, who is an actor and podcaster. He hosts Blank Check podcast. He's the voice of Orko on Masters of the Universe Revelation, and we ran into him at in the Playmates booth at Toy Fair. And,
Nice.
super good dude. And he's a big toy collector. So, we listened to the Jaws episode of Blank Check Pod, and that's why we're about to talk about the Jaws 50th anniversary rollout from NECA. We walked in, and before anything, I saw Jacob in the corner staring at a shark. Again,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
as God intended.
It's I mean, going into Toy Fair, I was my biggest hope was that NECA was gonna reveal some Jaws stuff, especially since the Hooper was officially revealed pretty recently. I figured the Quint would be here because that had not been like officially revealed yet. I was hoping for a Brody or a shark or both. And they had a shark, and it's very cool because it looks great. It looks a lot like the shark from Jaws, but what they did was like to do something a little different. They made it an updated version of the original Jaws game where it comes with all the accessories. You got to like pull the stuff out of his mouth. The jaws on the shark are spring loaded and will shut. It has the like tail. They tried to make it look kind of the same shape as the original game. They updated the box. Very cool. Like it's a very cool way of giving us something that isn't just the shark, but it's like an updated piece of Jaws memorabilia, even though it's not quite like in scale with the the Hooper and the Quint. It's awesome. Like, to have I don't have any officially licensed Jaws sharks that look like the Jaws shark. That doesn't exist. So I was very happy to see it.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
really cool.
Do you know what the game reminds me of? I think of it now every time someone mentions the Jaws game. And like a few years ago, there was a video that dropped online from 1980, of May 1980, of this guy doing a news thing. It's like B footage of this guy interviewing people in a Toys R Us, asking if they're excited about the new Star Wars. And he interviews this hot mom who looks like Harleen Quinzel before she like becomes Harley Quinn. And she's talking about these Star Wars toys for her kids and how they're good for birthday parties. And she's holding the Jaws game.
Yes.
And every time I think about the Jaws game, I think about this really attractive blonde from 1980. And I go, Brandon, make your DeLorean work so I can go there. I want to be that kid's dad.
Cool. We're getting weird.
Update, dude. New Back to the Future.
See, maybe NECA will make that for you too.
Go back in time to a Toys R Us in 1980 to find the hot mom with the Jaws game.
You mean my wife from the past when I'm
My
from
wife
the
from the
future?
past.
Maybe I'll bring her to the future.
You
Just
mean
so that
my
we can
mom
go-
is the
Calvin.
hot for me?
Hey, come with me to the future. We're gonna go to Disneyland. I want to show you Batu. If you like buying Star Wars figures for our kids, let's go.
So in the future, you'll be able to buy a Star Speeder 3000, Marty.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what'd
Disney
be
ride,
funny?
the D23.
I'm gonna get my Diamond Select Mallrats Brody figure and put it on display with
No.
with Hooper and Quint here. Oh, my
That'll do.
God. Hey,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
looked
yeah.
really good. You know, NECA had done the 8-inch retro style, like Mego style, Hooper and Quint a while back. But these are the
Mhm.
more traditional NECA 7-inch Ultimates. Any thoughts here?
I mean, it's just exciting to me because Jaws is never, even with Jaws being, you know, the undisputed greatest film of all time.
That's true.
It's kind of crazy that there's never been a ton of, you know, like there's a lot of merch back in the day, but as far as toys go, there's just never really been anything, you know, super great.
Right.
So it just
Mhm.
feels weird in a good way to you know, to have these to look forward to. I'm really excited about all this.
Yeah, these look
You-
great too.
Yeah, they're fun, and you got to get 2 Hoopers so you could do the denim jacket look or the
Canadian tuxedo and
or the gray sweatshirt. And yeah, I mean, 50 years of Jaws, it's
Yeah.
awesome. There was all I don't know if we need to go into too much detail, but there was also a ton of Beetlejuice stuff on display, including this new Beetlejuice Ultimate. It's weird, like I do love Beetlejuice, and I it's adjacent to everything I love, but like I just I don't know. It doesn't necessarily do it for me. I don't know why. From a NECA perspective,
The figure specifically, or just like the idea?
just
of
like
the
there's this huge Beetlejuice display, and it's all very cool, but I'm just
Yeah.
so like distracted by Big Bird and
Yeah.
Ninja
Well,
Turtles.
I mean, that probably has a little bit to do with everybody's like. Well, I don't want to say everybody. I know, Craig, me and you have talked a little bit about trying to figure out if we liked the new Beetlejuice or not. It's like still a little. I don't. You know, there's complicated feelings there, so it probably makes you not really want to buy the toys.
It's complicated.
But the set that's coming out, like with the there's like a big sandworm, and there's an accessory set with the Beetlejuice snake, and the whole, you know, when they're doing the wedding with the little weird guy that comes out of the fire, like all that stuff's, it's very cool. Like it looks very good.
Yeah.
I might not
Davey
buy it, but it looks
Sockrocker.
good.
OMG, I watched the clip, and she does look like Harleen Quinzel on her way to her first appointment with Joker. And then Craze Colonel says she's not that hot.
Hey, hold up, Craze Colonel, send us a photo of you,
Stop.
and then
Stop.
and then we'll be the judge.
We'll judge
before-
whether or not she's hot.
Hey,
Yeah.
before we move off of NECA, I just do want to say they had a ton of reveals for the little like Halloween kids, and
Ben
there's a
Cooper
Jaws
kid.
one. Yeah, the Ben
Yeah.
Coopers. There's a Jaws and a Godzilla coming, so that's
That's cool.
it's amazing.
All right. So this was important as well. We got a updated look at the ultimate Sesame Street figures from NECA, which it's like
I still haven't gotten the Bert and Ernie guys.
I ordered them today.
Same. We were
I-
just talking about it. Yeah.
I went on Big Bad Toy Store and ordered them because I you know, as we look at these and we look at the reveals for
Well, I'm trying to find a Canadian retailer that's carrying.
No, I get it. This is one of those lines where if you don't get them early, you're just going to get far behind and it's going to suck.
Well, Bert and Ernie are great. Even if you're going to get 2, I think Bert and Ernie are just a good set to have in
Sure.
general. I think they're great. But we already know those are coming.
We know those
Let's
are
talk about-
coming.
Let's talk about these for a second.
So these were the reveals.
These are so nice. Go ahead.
Big Bird.
Sorry.
No, just talk about it. I mean, it's just crazy because like it's almost like the Mondo Real Ghostbusters. Like the first 4 years of Toy Anxiety, we were like, we really wish someone would do really good Sesame Street figures, and now it's like everybody's doing Sesame Street figures. But these are amazing.
Well, Sesame Street needs the money. That's the main reason. I don't even know if they have a home for their show right now. So I think
we might pick them up on YHS.
Hey, let's do it.
Property.
Let's put it on here. I love that this is a double jointed neck, so you can kind of turn. At least that's what I'm hoping. At least that's what it looks like, and I could be totally wrong. But no, I think this looks great. The alternate head, I guess we'll get to that when you get to the photo. But they also have Harry Monster, which is such a great choice.
Yeah, that's a great looking figure.
Great figure. He's a character we don't see a lot of for as far as just merchandise in general. I feel like this is somebody's favorite Sesame Street character from when they were a kid that works at NECA.
Put it to the front of the Yeah.
Put it to the front, but at the same time, glad they're going with some of these deep cuts. So I'm really hoping this will give us characters like I'm going to list the two-headed monster.
Do it. We need like a thing where it's like it's time for a Ryan Dole list.
Two-headed monster on my list. Forgetful Jones on my list. Clarabella the cow on my list. Guy Smiley on my list. Prairie Dawn on my list. So, anyways, I digest. Big Bird. Awesome.
Big Bird, alternate head. And of course I did the annoying thing that like even though Trevor's like our close personal friend and I know he gets nothing but annoying questions from toy collectors all day long, I was like, man, those are great. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. And I was just like, are you gonna do a Snuffleupagus? Like I couldn't help myself.
Like right off the bat.
I couldn't fucking help myself.
I hope they do.
And I won't reveal what he said.
I hope they do. I hope they make a nice big deluxe one. I think that'd be actually really cool.
So I guess they also revealed Oscar the Grouch, but it's on a different page. So I'll go find it here in 1 second. Because it wasn't when early on in the day they like waited to reveal it.
So it was just so they were like pacing out all the reveals throughout all the different brands.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was cool. I think Trevor just let like different outlets kind of have like their own little exclusives. I think he kind of went rogue and just did it, which was awesome. Like
I think that's great. I actually think that's a cool thing to do. I think toy companies should do that if they know there's going to be, because you guys are technically media, right?
Technically,
right. Yeah. So that's what they should do. They should give you guys a little win.
Here's a look at the Oscar. It's just
a little Oscar there.
I like the Grouchy awesome. Bird. I also like because his pet elephants that live in the trash can as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I like the trunks for that. I don't know. This is so good.
That's awesome. So good.
Does he have a sign that says Scram that you can hang off of it?
I didn't see that. But Ryan, as you were just talking, I was thinking we need to get the campaign now going. For you to reveal a Marvel Legends figure at Comic-Con this year.
That'd be the dream. That would be the dream. I would do that and I would disappear. No one would find me again. How come
you'd be done.
I'd be done. I could just be
they're gonna announce the State of the Union address tonight, which I think is on right now.
Oh, Donald I can give you State of the Union. Hey, do you want to hear your State of the Union?
Stop.
No. Sure don't.
Breathe.
Sure don't.
Garth, we talked about this. Okay, real quick, we'll move on here because I know we're running long. But there's a company called Blokies, and they're making really awesome Sesame Street.
Blockies or Blokies?
We think it's Blokies. We've heard both.
There was nobody there to confirm.
We didn't ask.
I overheard him. I heard the lady say, "Welcome to Blokies."
You're so full of shit. Okay, let's go.
So these are like, I think it's a Japanese company. These are like kids focused, but they also have like this, I don't know, it still feels like something you'd find at Toy Tokyo, Jacob.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive either. They're like what, $10 or something?
Well, I think it depends. Yeah, I think if you look at their website, they were like $6.99 a piece, but I don't know if that's the yeah.
Okay, apparently it's
Everybody's
blocky.
saying blockies, whatever. I'm gonna keep calling them blockies.
Hey, you say Jada?
Is it?
We
It
say
hang on.
Jada.
Scroll over it again. It says the name of the company. Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, you guys are reading your English correctly.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm reading it. I'm just saying what everyone else was calling them over the weekend. So
Okay, let's get
everybody's
to 'em.
saying everybody's saying blockies. So all right.
Hey, did you guys know
Yeah,
Mattel's
look-
inventing their own Legos this year? That's something we learned.
I thought they already
Um,
owned Mega Blocks.
Yeah, but they have something. They have a
Yeah, but
Mattel's
now they're
launching
putting
a
out
competitor to Legos.
identical Legos.
Whoa!
And they seemed very excited to tell us.
They were really excited about it while we were like staring at Jack Black Minecraft figures.
Wow.
So these are really cool. We went to their booth. They had a really good display, so I wanted to shout them out.
I think these are cute. And
fun,
are those
cute little
jiggly
toys.
eyes on Cookie Monster? Like, are those clear?
Oh
with, like,
yeah, they look like
roly
the
Yeah, it
eyes?
looks
original.
like it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
C is for cookies. Yeah.
The Elmo's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
NECA's
There's Abby.
NECA's never gonna make an Elmo. I feel
What?
it.
Did they say that?
No, but
They have
yes,
to. They just shut up.
they
They're gonna
did.
make an
They
Elmo. We're
announced it.
living. Hey, this is Elmo's world, and you're just living in it.
Okay, I've got like 3 more things, but Jacob, this is an important one, so let's go ahead and highlight it.
Hang on. Sorry, before we get right into that,
Yeah, go for it.
do you know how when they do NECA Holothon, the biggest, greatest event of the year?
I do.
Do you know
I
how
do
they
know
would
that.
do like signed figures where you could get like Howie Mandel signed
Gizmo, yep.
Mogwai and Gizmo and Elvira ones? They should do that for the Muppets, where you get like a signed Bert and a signed Big Bird
Yeah.
card. I think. Sorry,
like
I'm just
them.
putting that out there, Trevor. I know you watch the show. Just pass that.
I'm excited because I think Trevor has his hand in Sesame Street a lot. Like, like when I asked Trevor about like other brands, he's very focused on Turtles, but I think he's pretty involved with Sesame Street too. So we'll have some influence on that.
you say that with such like assurance.
So
Okay.
stupid. What's
Go ahead.
Brian Briggs saying? They'll make Elmo last road in Elmo. Elmo imagined as a robot. Elmo is a
Oh.
Henson turtle. It's gonna be great.
Elmo as a no live action Elmo played by an actor. Like
it's
it'll
gonna be a
reversed.
1990 Michelangelo with his mouth open
Oh.
and Elmo's face is on the inside.
Oh, that would yes.
That's
No, it would be
scary.
Splinter.
It would be
It would be
because
Elmo.
they're the same voice.
It's the same voice. Yeah.
All right, so we took a tour of the Loyal Subjects booth.
Sorry, this is funny too. Shelmo.
Shelmo. That's good.
Okay.
Obviously they're launching Mask. Everybody's covering it in depth. They look really faithful to the original stuff. Like, I'm not a huge Mask person, but from what I can see, they're not over like they're collectors prices, but I don't think anything's over $100. I think it's like 50, 70, 90.
I think the semi was what I think they said was $99, and
Okay.
that's the most expensive one.
And they had a really good setup. They're kind of relaunching all these old brands. They've licensed a bunch of stuff from Hasbro. And so one of the things that they're bringing back, and Jacob, let me ask you, did we know about this going into Toy Fair, or was this kind of a surprise?
I saw somebody post it like the day before. It was like a leak or something.
All right, so this is My Pet
Hold on.
Monster.
What's
Mhm.
beside My Pet Monster?
More My Pet Monsters.
They're doing like a bunch of different My Pet Monster stuff.
Those look super cute.
Well,
They're
they're
awesome.
so they're doing like keychains. There's the little rubber keychains in the bottom left, but then they're
Right.
doing like little plushes of different versions. Like if you remember originally My Pet
Yes.
Monster, there were multiple different kinds. They do have like one of the football My Pet Monsters, and then there's like plush like plush. Yeah, there's the football guy there on the left,
Yeah.
and these are little. These are like maybe 5 or 6 inches.
They're doing keychains based off the cartoon look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is
Isn't that
those
cool?
are based off the
okay.
cartoon.
Please tell me we're getting a Beastly.
I did not see a Beastly, but also just like to let everybody know this is not like full size My Pet Monster. This guy
Yeah,
here,
it looks small.
he's a little guy. I thought that it was full size based on the pictures that I seen posting, but he's maybe this big. He's like maybe less than half the size of the original, but it looks
the
pretty
original's
great.
about the size of your torso.
It's big.
Yeah,
Which
he's
one's
big. He looks pretty great. Like it's almost identical to the original. I think there's a little bit of differences in the face.
Right.
But it's weird because this is coming out. There's also a My Buddy doll that I think I think they said is already in stores, but he's also like the same scale as the My Pet Monster. I'm guessing it's like a price thing as to why they're not original full size, but I think this is cool. I'm gonna pick this up.
I have
Hang
a
on.
little prediction.
Wait. 1 second.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Davey Sock Rocker. He's Popple size. Loyal subjects, if you're listening, I want a My Pet Popster, which is a Popple My Pet Monster.
But they are doing popples too, right?
They are doing
Am I wrong?
Popples. Yes.
So loyal subjects are doing popples. They're doing Gem and the Holograms. They're doing strawberry shortcake. Right?
Gem?
Like Gem. Yeah, like they're doing all this stuff. And here's my prediction. Like the way their booth was set up, I kind of got a vibe like, oh, they want to maybe they're trying to become like a big, legit like player in like not just like the collectible industry, but just like a Jazzwares or a Hasbro. Like there's something really classy about their display, and they were really professional. And yeah, I don't know. It didn't like when you go to the NECA booth or the Super 7 booth, like you're very much like it almost feels like you're at Hot Topic a little bit, like for lack of better way to describe it. Just there's just
Right.
stuff everywhere, and you're like, bah. But this kind of felt like, oh, this is like I don't know.
Adult work here.
It did.
Adult.
It did, but it's also a lot of like I don't want to talk shit about them because I do think everything they had looked good. Like Patrick is saying, wait, where'd it go? Patrick is saying like they also had strawberry shortcake, rainbow bright, gem, like all good stuff. But it's as if they're like, hey, we can't make any of our own toys. What licenses?
Right, they've
can we
licensed
just
out a
get
bunch
and
of-
put out?
yeah.
They're getting a lot of license.
But I think they're also listening in a sense where people are like, how come Hasbro just doesn't release this stuff? They've got it.
Yeah,
And so it's
Sure.
like they're picking up like Mask and all that stuff people have been asking for. They're
Yeah.
just like, well, if they're not going to do it, we'll do it.
yeah, and I mean it all looked great. Like even the stuff that like we don't really talk, the rainbow bright, the strawberry shortcake stuff. It all looked. I was like, these are it's a very good line that they're putting out. It looks like pretty in depth. So
Yeah.
We did Jake Stevens. Is this the same Jake Stevens?
No,
What
this
is this?
Jacob
No,
Stevens?
Is this a
No, damn, did I miss the talk? And then I damn Mask
Wait.
talk.
What?
What is happening?
is there a
Are there multiple?
is there a glitch in the Matrix? We didn't talk too in depth on Mask, but I think the Mask stuff looks really cool, and like I know
Yeah.
the fans are really excited. So
If they make the Bullet, I will buy that.
there you go. Which one's the Bullet?
So it is a motorbike that like the wheels split open and it becomes like a hover bike. I just always remember the commercial as a kid. I never had it, but it's one of those ones that stuck with me, and I was like, that looks like such a cool toy.
All right, so we're almost done here, guys, but we got to talk about the Trick or Treat booth. Well, real quick, I did want to highlight one thing from Super 7. Super 7, like it didn't feel like they had a lot of like big reveals, but I think this is the one that most people were talking about, which was the new O-ring Back to the
Ooh.
Future figures, which are really cool.
I like
Or-
these.
Reaction Plus, but
Yep.
So we've got Doc Brown, and we've got Marty McFly, Johnny B. Good style, and then Marty McFly going to the mall to hang out with a 75-year-old man style. And I will buy these. I love Back to the Future. If they put out a DeLorean, that would be really cool. I think it's unique. But Jacob, any thoughts on the Super 7 booth in general? Like it was a great display, and we did a video,
Yeah.
but not as many like big reveals this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a little bit of Godzilla stuff here and there that was new, but it mainly like a lot of reactions, which I like reactions, but yeah, like you said, good setup. Just didn't seem like there was a ton of, there was like some new tricycles and stuff like that, but yeah.
And we didn't get a chance to look. They had their a lot of their Sesame Street stuff on display too, including they have that new Big Bird, that big vinyl one.
Oh, the big bird is awesome.
It's really good.
Like when they did the count, I thought it was cool, but it wasn't something that I ever felt like I needed a giant, count or anything like that. But the big bird just looks so good. I do want that. I need a big bird.
They were actually talking and trying to close deals, and we didn't want to get in the way, so they were doing actual business.
Topher's asking about the Batra and the Mothra, the Ultimates. They did have the Mothra out. They did not have the Batra figure. So,
Well, look at the Geek Dad Life family just being all negative again. There they go. There they go.
David Cabal's asking about Stunt Stew, which is a brand new IP from Playmates. We did. We saw all the new.
We did. We saw all of it.
It's like Evil Knievel meets Crash Test Dummies. They're launching a new IP. It's gonna have a YouTube series. We got some video on it. Maybe I'll post that at some point. But it's fun. I love the idea of like new kids stuff. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And like we're not going to get to the Playmates Turtles stuff tonight or the Playmates Power Ranger stuff, but we can talk. There's going to be plenty of time to cover that stuff. But you can check out our videos. Okay, Trick or Treat, horror themed, lots of different stuff. We saw some of this last year, but Jacob, we couldn't escape without talking about the fact that after all this time, you're finally going to get a Leprechaun figure.
Somebody has finally listened to my cries.
It's finally your birthday.
It's finally in 2026. It will be my birthday. We're finally getting a Leprechaun, like a very accurate looking Leprechaun as well. I'm excited about it. I know like the horror stuff is not for everybody, but what excites me about Trick or Treats, I mean, I love the horror stuff that NECA's done. But I think the Trick or Treat studio stuff is a little more, it's like a little less realistic and a little more Kenner articulation.
Toyetic?
And like, yeah, it's a little more toyetic. And I think there's there's plenty of room for both. But I've always said toys should be more like Kenner toys. They should have more of that look and feel to them. And I think a lot of the Trick or Treat stuff, especially like the they had the Day of the Dead figures on display. Ooh. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre dinner figures were kind of
let me find that. It's the silliest,
the dinner
thing.
Set. Yeah, I just love the way it all looks.
Oh, what are those turtle heads? Are those just masks?
They're masks, yeah.
I think masks.
Dude, the Texas Chainsaw family dinner playset.
This is amazing.
That is
That's the best. That's best packaging next year. Look at that.
It definitely has potential for sure.
Calling it a playset.
Hey, and it's also nominated for best playset vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. You see the Goosebumps figures? They had all the packaging on those Goosebumps figures. Amazing.
Yeah, I just love the look. I just love the look of them, and they're also doing like 4 different scales for this stuff, and they're putting out like 12-inch figures that aren't trying to be like hot toy dolls. They're still like the 5-point of articulation type thing. And some of it's weird because some of them definitely look like those Hellraiser figures that we just kind of went by. Like some of that stuff is pretty close to, I think, like what NECA's doing. But I feel like if you look at the Killer Clowns or the Day of the Dead figures, they're they do look a little stylized, and it's not like a ton, but it's enough to be like the proportions aren't. And I just like the way that looks.
Hey, Johnny Cock has a question that I can't answer. He says, Jacob, have you confirmed if any of the Goosebumps pieces are based on Max Nagata covers?
Oh, well, Max Nagata did, his Goosebumps covers were not those like original main books. He did the covers for a line that kind of came down the road. So they are not based on his work.
Got the Guar figures here.
Oh, and the Gate figures. I know that the Gate is not something I ever thought we would be talking about like on, on Toy Anxiety. But it's cool. It's happening.
Yeah. It's cool. What I like about it is that it's another company taking a step into the action figure space. And one thing about Trick or Treat is they've got that Walmart distribution. So like these figures are out there. Like they're going to be available.
Hey, I got a question about Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah.
Are they still doing Toxic Crusaders?
They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
they had a new figure out. You know, 2 of those are in the stores. They had a new one out on the shelf, but I don't know who he was. I don't know what his name is or what he was called. But they had a couple of the Mayor Grody, Quip says.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, they had him out. Those are really great.
Cool.
Well.
Oh yeah.
And Bozo, Craig.
Oh
yeah, that Bozo the Clown. I saw a picture of that.
Excited about Trick or Treat getting the Bozo license because not even like joking, I grew up in Chicago where Bozo was a very big deal, and I watched the Bozo show, the Chicago version of it, which was the most popular version, every day of my life. Dreamed about doing Bozo buckets just like CM Punk did as a child. So yeah, they're putting out a Bozo figure, and I'm gonna buy it because it's part of my childhood, and I'm 41 years old, and I refuse to grow up and do anything other than have a little bit of fun in my life. So
nice. Did you see CM Punk's promo last night on Raw?
No, I still have to rewatch.
Oh, dude, I still can't believe John Cena, man. I can't believe John Cena turned heel before we got any women in superpowers.
Would have lost that bet.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I would have lost that bet too.
No. Yeah, listen, it's like that time Geek Dad Jay turned heel. Everyone lost their damn minds.
He's still a heel. We know the truth.
We know the real Jake left.
We know the real Jay.
Okay, last 2 things that I have here are the 2 Marvel Legends reveals. They had a great display, you know, like they had an awesome display, and we saw a lot of the packaging samples and stuff, but they didn't do a lot of big reveals. They're going to save the reveals for the live streams and Comic-Con. Having said that, Archangel.
That's a good one. That's a good reveal as far as I'm concerned.
Craig's laughing because he knows what I'm.
Oh yeah. Wait, he said Archangel.
No, well, Craig at the we're at the event looking at all the X-Force figures and
yeah.
And Craig goes, "Oh, is it Archangel or Archangel?" And I was like, "Craig, you ever heard anybody in your life say the word Archangel?"
That's on your guys' video.
I know.
Oh, is it? It's in the video.
Yeah, I left it in.
Video.
I didn't know that.
And it just had me go like, I can't tell if Craig is being serious or not. And
he was being serious.
I know. Dead ass fucking serious. Well, dude, like you gotta
awesome.
It's hard to inject like the actual personality of the channel into the booth tours, so I'm not going to cut the good stuff out.
I didn't realize that was during the my actual booth tour.
Archangel.
Topher Cod says, "Yep," in the video, man. I laughed. Actually, yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I realized I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. That's God. What else did we leave in there?
Yeah, you gotta check that stuff, dude.
All right. Anyways. Moving on, there was one more Marvel Legends reveal, and it was this Doctor Doom helmet. And it was really cool.
Dude, this is so cool. This is a helmet that fucks.
This is a helmet that fucks.
They should put that on the box. And they should quote toy anxiety, just like NECA would. This helmet fucks. Toy anxiety.
Toy anxiety.
Right?
Oh my god. Yeah, this thing's really cool. Saw it in person. I like that it has soft goods.
Yeah. No, this is cool. This is cool. I'm gonna do my dishes wearing this.
So is Robert Downey Jr. Spoilers.
Oh, whoa! Spoilers, Greg.
Anyways.
But no, this is cool. This is cool. I never expected to they would do a comic version of the helmet like this. This is cool.
All right. That's a lot of toys to cover.
Yeah. Did a
Still
lot
not
of
even
work.
done.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Playmates next week, I guess, if we really want to talk about Power Rangers.
I do want to talk about Power Rangers next week because I think there's a lot of people. I've got some questions about it, but I think I don't know. I think it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine here. How are you?
The only thing that I think is weird is relaunching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers if there's not like, I mean that show is very old, that version of it. So I wonder if there's plans on bringing it back and some like relaunching Power Rangers with that original character scheme or something. I don't know.
I hang on. Can I say something about it? We could probably get into this more next week.
I want you to.
But I was kind of thinking if they were going to do if they're going to do the old Power Rangers, like the first season, Mighty Morphin.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping they would contact like Varner Studios,
Yes.
who did the original Turtles,
Yes.
and do Power Rangers in their style to go with your vintage Turtles.
I bet they will at some point. I just feel like if they would have done that first, the Power Rangers fans would have lost their fucking minds.
Yeah, with excitement.
They're already mad. Somebody was like, Billy doesn't even have his glasses.
My glasses.
Thomas J. Billy can't see without his glasses. So we've covered some ground. Jacob, do we have sad comments tonight?
I got one.
Is it a good one?
It is good.
All right, cool. So here's what we'll do. We'll do a sad comment. No giveaway tonight, but we do appreciate everybody tuning in, hanging out, having a good time. We'll be back next week with more toy anxiety. Obviously, we've got Toylanta at the end of the month and PowerCon, and then Star Wars Celebration. Lots of fun stuff coming up. Ryan, what's the schedule for Gotham City tonight, tomorrow?
We did a call out for people to draw their own amalgams of Marvel and DC, and
Okay.
some people sent us some, and we're gonna show them off.
Cool.
And that's what we're gonna do.
There you go.
We're gonna talk about that. It shouldn't be a crazy long episode, but we just wanted to put that out there to showcase the people that put in the effort and did some drawings, some good stuff.
Cool. Very cool. All right, so let's do it. Sad comments. By the way, a huge shout out again. Thank you everybody who tuned in, watched the videos, spread the word. We love doing that kind of coverage, and it is not easy. It's actually pretty stressful, especially when you're in a big convention center that doesn't have good internet service or Wi-Fi. To get those videos up quickly is a little bit of a test, but we were able to do it, and we thank you guys for watching it. So, all right, Jacob, a little sad comment. What do we got tonight?
This is a post that popped up on my feed. This is somebody's own post. I just screenshot their post. And it is about the live action Bebop and Rocksteady.
I can't believe people are sad about that. It makes me
The what ifs. All right, this is gonna be good.
So what if toy collectors would just shut the fuck up?
What if? All right, here we go. NECA, Bebop, and Rocksteady.
We'll never
Sad
know.
comment.
Never.
Here we go. Cue the music.
Not so popular post. Y'all know me. I'm obsessed with NECA TMNT, especially the movie line. But what the actual shit is this? Man, I love the movie line, but enough is enough. Either give us Sam Rockwell or the Chief, or just stop. Enough is enough. I'm all for concept ideas, but not for the movie line. I'd rather have plain cloth foot soldiers than these concept figures. There's so many other lines. By all means, create random characters for those, but not the movie line. To a lot of us, the movie holds a special place to us. And this is just a cash grab at this point. Don't get me wrong. They are badass looking. But come on, official, just call it. You make enough on all the other line. Please leave our Grail line realistic. Sorry. I'm always happy to lucky, but this is ridiculous in my opinion.
That is so good. That is a man torn with his feelings.
Yeah, exactly, Davey.
I love this though too. Topher Khan. This comment from Geek Dad Strife.
That's a good one. And then Davey, LOL. Who really wants Sam Rockwell? He's in it for 3 minutes. But no, that was yeah. I'm confused. Does he love it or hate it? That's what he's like, don't get me wrong. I love it. Calling
It's so wild to make a huge post like that and then at the end be like, they are cool.
it's
Just
the
don't do
Grail line.
Just don't do it for the Grail line. You ruined it.
It's the Grail line. Don't you get it? Don't you understand it's the Grail line?
Hey, also Dan Yun told me this. I guess this is probably in the video too, but he mentioned that I should be wearing that Doom mask for sad comments, and that's literally what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy it and wear it for sad comments.
That's a good
Hey,
idea.
let's put a little call out there. If we know anyone on the Marvel Legends team that would want to send Jacob Walsh one of those helmets, if we know anybody, I'm just throwing it out there. If you're listening, if you know anyone,
A sad comment repaint variant. Nice.
Doctor.
Well,
Dr.
hey, I'm gonna
Comment.
paint tears on it. I'm just gonna paint like a couple tears running down the face.
This is funny. From Topher Khan. Don't get me wrong. They look so good, but we must not forego the purity of the line, guys. Line. I love that. The Grail line.
No, I want to know who he is because he even said at the beginning, "Well, you know me. I love
Is he
these
doing a
turtles."
He's
I'll
like
tell
doing
you
a
who
quick-
he is after the show.
Okay. Oh,
He goes, y'all know me.
Yeah,
I know I
it's
like
us.
the Grail line.
Oh,
You know me.
you all know me. I'm going to take some guesses before, and then we can
Okay.
confirm it after the show.
Farewell
You
and
all
adieu
know
to
me.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Farewell and adieu to Shredder and Krang. They
it's
were
been a
3
musical
hot
episode.
riding teenagers from Dimension X, baby. Michelangelo
Dude.
liked the girl.
Okay.
Oh, they
hang
should
on.
do a wait. I can't wait until they reimagine the Dimension X teenagers for the movie line.
Yes, let's cast them because they should make them look like actors. I think
no,
the
no.
redhead.
No. All
Okay.
whatever you're gonna say, all 3 of them are played by Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, dude. That's actually because he would have been too young, right? Or would he just?
I don't
No,
know.
dude.
I'm not
Macaulay
sure, but-
Culkin.
Macaulay
Kieran
Culkin
Culkin?
plays Zach the Zach the Turtle fan,
Yeah.
right? One of the Dimension X
The two
teenagers should be
Corys.
played by Christina Ricci.
Davey said get the 2 Corys to play him.
Both of them.
Yes, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and Christina Ricci. There's your
Yeah.
teenagers from Dimension, your hot rod teenagers. from
Finn
Dimension X.
Wolfhard. Kenny
Oh, if you're doing it now,
Oh my god. I loved the neutrinos.
April O'Neil's mom could be played by Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I'm logging off. Ryan fucking Dole is just on fire tonight. That's 3. That's 3.
3
We're
edits
out.
tonight.
Hey, just like
3
The
strikes.
Rock, The
3
round
strikes for
three.
going offline.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Hard out.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go. I'm gonna play some music.
Bye.
Gonna put it right now.
Begins.
And we're gonna leave.
Fun begins.
Bye, everybody.
This is where the
Bye.
fun. This is where the
See you
fun.
next week.
Bye.
Don't forget to
Fun
subscribe.
begins.